Welcome back, treasure hunters. Today, we're unlocking the unbelievable truth behind one tiny US coin that could change your life. The rare top 7 Roosevelt Dime. This little piece of pocket change carries explosive value, hidden mint secrets, and jaw-dropping rarities that collectors are scrambling to find. If you've ever dreamed of striking it rich from an ordinary coin, this is the video you cannot afford to miss. Get ready, because the next million-dollar discovery might already be in your hands. Let's get started. First up in the 1990, D. Roosevelt Dime may appear as an ordinary piece of circulating American currency, but within the world of numismatics it has grown into a modern treasure that sparks curiosity, excitement, and speculation. To many collectors, this small silver-colored coin represents the thrilling possibility that everyday pocket change can hide extraordinary fortune. Even though the Roosevelt Dime series is usually common, certain rare varieties, pristine high-grade examples, and mysterious minting anomalies have transformed select 1990 D dimes into unexpectedly valuable collectibles. Their rising demand is amplified by the timeless appeal of the patriotic symbols engraved into their design, symbols that speak to the United States' identity, resilience, and vision. At the center of this piece stands the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, facing left with a commanding yet calm expression. Although Roosevelt passed away in 1945, his face continues to represent leadership through crisis, national recovery, and unwavering determination. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "I in God We Trust" appear beside him, anchoring the coin in America's cultural foundation. The 1990 D date beneath his profile marks its Denver Mint origin, a location known for high production but still capable of producing rare outliers that collectors eagerly search for. On the reverse, the design bursts with symbolism. At the center rises the iconic torch, representing America's everlasting commitment to liberty, bright, persistent, and unshakable. To the left spreads the olive branch, a sign of peace and cooperation, while the oak branch on the right emphasizes strength, endurance, and victory. These three images together form one of the most meaningful artistic combinations to appear on a United States coin. Floating above them is the celebrated national motto, E Pluribus Unum, a reminder that unity out of diversity defines the spirit of the nation. Encircling the design are the inscriptions "United States of America" and "One Dime," linking symbolism with authority. This combination has made the Roosevelt Dime's reverse one of the most recognizable American coin motifs ever minted. Yet for the 1990 D issue, it is the unexpected rarities, such as flawless grading, minting mishaps, or unique die characteristics, that reveal the true potential for jaw-dropping value. A perfectly preserved 1990 D dime with crisp details, untouched surfaces, and mirror-like luster can command shockingly high prices among serious collectors. Stories of individuals discovering high-grade dimes in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections have fueled a growing obsession. These coins can be worth thousands, and in extremely rare scenarios where a 1990 D dime exhibits a dramatic mint error, such as broad strikes, off-center strikes, doubled dies, missing elements, or extraordinary planchet anomalies, the value can skyrocket. Some exceptional pieces have crossed auction blocks with bids so intense they rival the frenzy usually reserved for legendary coins of earlier eras. What drives the excitement even further is the widespread belief that rare and unusual modern coins might join the ranks of those once ignored pieces that later became million-dollar sensations. Numismatics is full of surprises. A seemingly ordinary coin ends up rewriting its market category because collectors discover an extremely rare variation. This possibility has encouraged treasure hunters to examine every pocketful of coins, every parking meter quarter, every dime tossed into the bottom of a purse, knowing one unusual find could change everything. The 1990 D. Roosevelt Dime also benefits from the popularity of so-called bicentennial-era interest, a trend where collectors look back across decades of American minting history for overlooked treasures. Although the coin is not part of the 1976 bicentennial series, many enthusiasts group valuable modern finds under the same imaginative idea, that hidden American coins, particularly Denver issues, may carry unimaginable value. This has created an energetic atmosphere where even late 20th century coins are being re-evaluated with renewed intensity. The 1990 D dime becomes more than monetary exchange. It becomes a miniature monument. Roosevelt's profile embodies leadership in hardship. The olive branch embodies peace. The oak embodies victory. The torch embodies freedom. These elements, paired with the powerful motto E pluribus unum, make the dime a compact tribute to American ideals, appealing to collectors who value meaning as much as money. If someone owns a 1990 D dime today, especially one that appears unusually sharp, shiny, thick-rimmed, misaligned, oddly colored, or strangely struck, they could unknowingly possess a rare treasure. Even well-worn coins are worth inspecting, because history has shown that great rarity sometimes hides beneath layers of dust, patina, or age. An unsuspecting owner could be holding something that traces its value not only to condition, but to extraordinary mint events that no one noticed for years. That the 1990 D Roosevelt dime, even more intriguing, is the mystery surrounding how certain rare pieces escaped the Denver Mint's usual quality controls. Collectors believe that a small number of coins were struck using dies that were slightly misaligned, lightly doubled, or polished in unusual ways, giving these select dimes sharper edges, brighter surfaces, or distorted details that experts instantly recognize as valuable outliers. These rarest versions never announce themselves loudly. They hide behind their ordinary appearance until examined up close under magnification. That sense of secrecy and unpredictability is what gives the 1990 D dime its electric appeal. Every single example still in circulation remains a potential shockwave waiting to be uncovered, a reminder that the U.S. Mint, even in modern decades, can unintentionally produce treasures capable of rewriting price charts and thrilling collectors who crave the impossible. The growing fascination with modern U.S. coins has transformed the 1990 D dime into a symbol of hope for everyday treasure hunters. As more people discover that simple coins and their change can be worth extraordinary amounts, the Roosevelt dime has become a beacon for the modern numismatic movement, proof that not all fortunes come from ancient gold or early American relics. Sometimes, riches hide in the smallest pocket-sized piece of metal, carrying everyday symbolism yet holding unimaginable worth. The excitement surrounding this dime proves that opportunity is everywhere, even in the most unexpected corners of life. And as demand continues to grow, the legend of the 1990 D dime expands, inspiring new collectors to search, examine, and dream, because the next $1 million discovery may still be waiting in the palm of an unsuspecting hand. The 1990 D Roosevelt dime rises as a modern symbol of possibility, a reminder that in the world of collectible currency, fortune can hide in plain sight. These small American coins have the potential to be worth astonishing sums, generating excitement, speculation, and hope among collectors everywhere. A single rare dime, especially one with dramatic errors or near-perfect preservation, can shift a person's financial horizon overnight. This is why enthusiasts say, never overlook a dime, never ignore a coin, and never assume small change has small value. The 1970 Roosevelt dime is one that continues to ignite curiosity and excitement among collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone fascinated by the hidden wealth circulating quietly through everyday change. On the obverse of this iconic coin rests the dignified portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, facing left with a timeless confidence that symbolizes resilience, leadership, and courage. The proud inscription Liberty sits near his profile, while the motto In God We Trust reinforces the nation's unshakable foundation. Every detail of the 1970 dime's design is a tribute to strength, history, and national pride, making it far more than a simple piece of currency. Collectors around the world view the 1970 Roosevelt dime differently because, hidden among regular strikes, a few rare varieties and unusual minting quirks have elevated certain examples into the category of unbelievable value. While millions of these coins entered circulation as everyday pocket change, only a handful possess traits so exceptional that they command astronomical prices. Stories of dimes discovered in old jars, drawers, or inherited collections suddenly valued at thousands or even hundreds of thousands continue to capture global attention. That possibility is what makes this year so fascinating. The idea that you might unknowingly hold a life-changing treasure. The reverse design of the 1970 dime is a masterpiece of American symbolism. The boldly spread wings of the eagle, perched powerfully on crossed shafts of arrows, represent unwavering national defense and enduring strength. Beneath the eagle rests a pair of dignified olive branches, symbolizing peace and unity, balancing the imagery of war and harmony in a single balanced composition. This combination has captivated numismatists for decades, reminding them that the coin's artistry has meaning far beyond its 10-cent face value. Encircling the eagle, the lettering United States of America, and one dime, stands proudly as a statement of national identity and monetary worth. The inscription E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, adds a profound historical depth, while the placement of olive branch, torch, and oak branch offers a visual declaration of peace, liberty, and victory. On the 1970 dime, these elements blend in a way that resonates with collectors who admire coins not only for rarity, but also for the stories they tell about the nation that produced them. While most 1970 Roosevelt dimes circulate unnoticed, rare variations are known to achieve jaw-dropping values, especially those with misstrikes, unusual planchet errors, wrong metal strikes, or proof-like surfaces that were never meant to leave the mint. These rare dimes are so desirable that they often become headline-worthy finds, stirring waves of excitement among coin hunters and collectors who dream of finding one unexpectedly. The coin market has proven time and again that when unusual minting characteristics combine with historical significance, the results can be financially explosive. Collectors are particularly drawn to 1970 dimes because of their connection to a transformative era in United States minting history. Although the term bicentennial is often associated with 1976 coinage, many collectors use it broadly to highlight coins from the surrounding decades as patriotic relics of America's evolving identity. The 1970 dime fits neatly into that narrative, representing a generation that witnessed change, resilience, and renewed national spirit. When a coin carries historical weight and emotional symbolism, its value can skyrocket beyond traditional market expectations. Stories of rare USA coins selling for staggering amounts continue to inspire both seasoned numismatists and beginners alike. Some rare American coins, especially those struck under unusual conditions, are known to sell for millions of dollars, rewriting the fortunes of ordinary people who discover them by chance. This is why the 1970 dime has become part of a larger conversation about hidden wealth sitting in old boxes, jars, or family heirlooms. The idea that such a small coin could hold unimaginable worth is enough to turn anyone into an instant treasure hunter. For many collectors, the thrill lies not only in the coin's financial value but in the chase itself, the constant search through pocket change, coin rolls, or old stashes of money left untouched for decades. The 1970 dime fuels that excitement because it represents the perfect blend of possibility and rarity. Even though the average specimen may be common, the chance that a rare, unusual, or error-struck version exists in someone's possession gives this coin an almost mythic allure. Every enthusiast knows that USA coins, especially those from historically rich decades, can be gateways to unexpected fortune. The 1970 Roosevelt dime embodies this truth. To this day, collectors continue to discover coins worth far more than their face value. Some tens, some hundreds, some thousands, and in exceptional circumstances, life-changing sums that can transform a person's future overnight. The message is simple and electrifying. Never underestimate the value of old American coins. Because of all this, one rule remains constant in the world of numismatics. Never spend old USA coins without checking them first. Your ordinary-looking 1970 dime might be part of a rare mintage or a unique error strike that collectors would pay extraordinary amounts of money to acquire. That the 1970 Roosevelt dime lies in its ability to spark imagination, curiosity, and hope. Every time someone discovers an old coin in a forgotten drawer or inside a dusty metal box, there is a moment of pure anticipation. Because coins like the 1970 dime remind us that hidden treasures don't only exist in museums or locked vaults. Sometimes they're sitting quietly in the homes of ordinary people. The possibility that a simple dime could hold the power to change a person's life reveals why collectors approach every coin with respect, caution, and excitement. It is not just a piece of metal. It is a silent witness to American history, waiting to reveal its true worth to the right pair of hands. Many collectors believe that certain coins, especially from transitional eras like the early 1970s, can carry minting qualities that were never publicly documented. These unrecorded traits often arise from the mint's attempts to refine dies, adjust machinery, or test new striking techniques. As a result, rare variations of the 1970 dime may exist in forms that are virtually unknown, making it one of the most thrilling coins for treasure hunters to explore. When a coin contains even the slightest deviation from the norm, whether a faint doubling, an off-center strike, or a unique surface texture, It transforms from common currency into an object of fascination with the potential for enormous financial reward. The market for rare USA coins continues to expand because collectors value originality, scarcity, and historical beauty more than ever before. As more people awaken to the idea that old American coins can be worth far more than their face value, coins like the 1970 Roosevelt Dime are experiencing a surge in demand. This growing interest has pushed prices higher, especially for coins with extraordinary characteristics. A rare dime that might have been overlooked decades ago can now spark bidding wars among serious buyers, proving just how dramatically the value of old coins can appreciate when public enthusiasm and scarcity collide. This is why enthusiasts always emphasize one crucial message: treat every old USA coin as a potential treasure. Even if it appears dirty, faded, or worn, its true value may be hidden beneath decades of age. Many of the most valuable discoveries in numismatic history were coins originally assumed to be worthless. The 1970 Roosevelt dime fits perfectly into this narrative, serving as a reminder that fortune often comes disguised as something ordinary. For anyone holding a 1970 dime today, the story is far from over. The coin in your hand could be a rare survivor, a minting anomaly, or even the next headline-making discovery that rewrites your financial destiny. These coins, especially those with unusual features or minting irregularities, have the power to elevate someone from curiosity to life-changing discovery. And in a world where rare USA coins have already made millionaires, the next valuable treasure might be sitting quietly in your pocket right now. Next up in the 1981, D. Roosevelt dime has become a coin wrapped in mystery and excitement, especially among collectors searching for hidden fortune in old American change. Every detail of this small silver-colored coin seems to whisper a story, beginning with the iconic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. His profile faces left with a calm determination, as if guarding the values he stood for. The motto, "In God We Trust," rests beside him, carved with a timeless authority, while the bold lettering "Liberty" arcs across the upper rim, anchoring the design in the nation's historic spirit. For collectors, this portrait is more than just an image. It is a gateway into the era that shaped modern America, giving this dime a powerful emotional presence. Turning the coin over reveals a world of symbolism that adds to its mystique. The 1981 D reverse showcases the wings spread wide, perched confidently on a strong shaft of arrows, representing America's readiness to defend its ideals. Beneath the eagle lies a wreath formed by two olive sprays, their leaves gracefully curving outward, marking peace as the heart of the nation. Surrounding these elements are the words "United States of America," stamped with authority, and the essential motto, "E pluribus unum," a reminder that the strength of a nation comes from unity. Together, these design elements lift the coin beyond its face value, transforming it into a miniature monument of American pride. Collectors are especially drawn to the 1981 D dime because even though it is a modern coin, its story carries the same electricity as many legendary bicentennial pieces. As the coin era moved closer to the end of the 20th century, production methods were changing, minting errors surfaced in unpredictable ways, and many dimes were lost, discarded, or heavily circulated. That's why a perfectly preserved, sharply struck, or uniquely flawed 1981 D can ignite bidding wars and spark fascination across the numismatic world. For some collectors, this dime represents the last breath of old-style craftsmanship before technology took full control. One of the most intriguing features of the 1981 D dime is the arrangement of the symbols at its center: an olive branch embodying gentle peace, a torch burning with liberty, and an oak branch standing tall for strength and victory. These three symbols, placed ahead of the motto, "E pluribus unum," create an emotional trio that resonates deeply with collectors. Their meaning goes beyond the metal. They represent the journey of the American people, reminding each holder of the challenges, triumphs, and sacrifices that shaped the country. This symbolism makes the coin far more than a dime. It becomes a piece of heritage. In today's thriving coin market, the fascination surrounding rare USA pieces has exploded like never before. Videos, auctions, and social media stories show ordinary people finding coins in their pockets worth hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions. This frenzy has pushed modern collectors to search through every jar, every old wallet, every dusty storage box. And when talk turns toward valuable bicentennial-era discoveries, the excitement grows even more. The 1981 Roosevelt Dime has joined this wave of obsession, with collectors treating it as a modern treasure capable of transforming a simple moment into a life-changing discovery. What makes this particular dime especially thrilling is how ordinary it looks at first glance. It blends in with regular pocket change, yet it has a hidden status that only the sharp-eyed can detect. Some versions show rare minting anomalies, unusual strikes, off-center impressions, die clashes, or unexpected metal characteristics. These unusual traits can rocket the coin's value from a few cents into unbelievable territory. That unpredictability adds a thrilling suspense to the search, making people hold their breath every time they examine a 1981 D under bright light. The most valuable examples are those that survived the decades untouched, free from scratches, free from dirt, and free from the wear of daily life. When such a coin appears, collectors describe the moment as almost magical. The gleam of the metal, the sharp outline of the lettering, the immaculate surfaces, and the sense of something impossibly rare. These pristine survivors are instantly pulled into elite auctions, where professional graders confirm their extraordinary condition. And when the bidding begins, the numbers climb fast, reaching sums many people could never imagine for a simple dime. Beyond condition, rarity also comes from circulation patterns. Many 1981 D dimes were used heavily and wore down quickly, which makes untouched pieces significantly harder to find. Some were lost in coin machines, some melted in batches of recycled metal, and some disappeared into decades of pocket change circulation. As the number of high-grade survivors shrank, their desirability grew. Today, the idea that one lucky person might uncover a gem-quality 1981 D dime in an old coin roll adds a sense of lottery-like excitement to collecting. USA bicentennial coins have already proven that the simplest coins can turn into million-dollar legends. That narrative has spilled over into modern coin hunting, giving the 1981 D dime a spotlight it never received during its minting year. The idea that a tiny, ordinary dime could hold unimaginable wealth pulls collectors in like a magnet. Stories circulate about unbelievable payouts, life-changing finds, and rare varieties that slipped through the cracks. And for many collectors, this coin symbolizes the hope that fortune could be just one discovery away. That the 1981 D dime into the realm of legendary status is the sense of possibility it carries. Every collector, from beginners to experts, understands that coins from this era can contain hidden variations that were never documented or fully explained by the mint. These rare escapee coins, ones struck with unusual dies, misaligned edges, doubled features, or unexpected metal characteristics, are what fuel the dreams of treasure hunters. The beauty is that anyone anywhere could be the next person to uncover one. A coin that cost only 10 cents in 1981 could today be worth thousands, or even become the next headline-making discovery that shocks the entire numismatic community. The chance of finding such a sleeper coin in an untouched collection, an estate sale, or even an old jar inside a closet keeps collectors digging with relentless excitement. And as the global demand for rare U.S. coins continues rising, the value of special condition 1981 D dimes climbs right along with it. International buyers from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East hunt aggressively for high-grade American pieces because they see them as both historical artifacts and financial investments. This worldwide competition has turned auctions into battlegrounds, where determined bidders push prices into unbelievable territory. Even if a coin isn't officially listed as a major rarity, market hype, collector emotion, and the growing fascination with bicentennial-era finds can drive its value higher than anyone predicted. That is the magnetic power of the 1981 D dime. It stands as a reminder that in the world of collectible coins, even the smallest and simplest piece of metal can become a jackpot waiting to be claimed. For everyone searching through old USA coins, the message remains powerful and unforgettable. Don't spend them too quickly. 1981 D Roosevelt Dime also comes from the way it bridges two different worlds, the everyday and the extraordinary. For decades, millions of people handled this coin without giving it a moment's thought, using it to pay for bus rides, groceries, or school lunches. Yet today, that same ordinary-looking dime has become a symbol of hidden wealth, a reminder that history often hides treasure in plain sight. When collectors pick up a 1981 D dime now, they don't just see money. They see untold stories, forgotten pockets, decades of American life, and the thrilling possibility that this tiny disc could be a sleeper rarity with a value far beyond what anyone expects. This contrast between simplicity and potential fortune is what gives the coin its electric aura, drawing more people into coin hunting every day. The 1981 Roosevelt Dime carry the energy of that era, stamped directly into their design. The torch of liberty blazes brighter when viewed through this lens. The olive branch of peace feels even more symbolic, and the sturdy oak branch seems to echo the resilience of the American spirit. Collectors chase that feeling, the sense of holding a miniature time capsule that survived 4 decades untouched. In a world changing faster than ever before, coins like the 1981 Dime offer a rare and comforting connection to the past, making them even more desirable and valuable. Next up in the 1983 Roosevelt Dime has become one of the most talked about coins among modern-day collectors, not because it was intended to be rare, but because certain examples from this year and mint mark have gained legendary status due to unusual striking characteristics, minting anomalies, and unexplained scarcity in the highest grades. Although the coin was never officially marked as a bicentennial issue, collectors today often use the term bicentennial rare to describe any United States coin whose value has skyrocketed far beyond its face value due to demand, rarity, and the unmistakable mystique surrounding older American coinage. The 1983 Dime carries that mystique brilliantly, especially when found untouched, crisp, and showing the full power of its original strike. On the obverse, the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt commands attention with remarkable dignity. His left-facing profile, a tribute to America's 32nd president, symbolizes leadership through war, courage during national hardship, and resilience in the face of adversity. Surrounding his profile are the familiar inscriptions "Liberty" and "I in God We Trust," words that have echoed across billions of American coins, but somehow feel heavier and more meaningful when preserved on a rare 1983 D piece. The date 1983 D, positioned slightly beneath Roosevelt's chin, anchors the coin in an era where minting technology was modernized, yet mistakes, overstrikes, and unintentional rarities still occurred, creating valuable treasures hidden in plain sight. The reverse of the coin is a masterpiece of classic American symbolism. It features the iconic torch of liberty, flanked by an olive branch on one side and an oak branch on the other, representing peace, unity, strength, and victory. These 3 symbols together form a trinity of American identity, reminding collectors why Roosevelt dimes have remained one of the most beloved U.S. denominations. Above them, the motto "E pluribus unum" stretches proudly, a reminder that the country was built from many voices but stands as one. This motto, when found perfectly centered and deeply struck on a 1983 Dime, significantly boosts the coin's desirability among high-end collectors. Surrounding the reverse design are the bold inscriptions "United States of America" and "1 Dime," which form a powerful frame around the central artwork. In rare, exceptional examples, these letters appear razor-sharp, almost as though engraved by hand rather than machine. The Denver Mint's D Mint mark, when encountered on a perfectly struck 1983 specimen, is often treated like a badge of honor, proof that even coins produced during high-output years can yield breathtaking rarities when preserved with absolute care. Because most 1983 D-dimes entered heavy circulation, pristine survivors are exceedingly difficult to find today. Collectors consider certain 1983 D-dimes to be bicentennial rare because their market value defies all logic for a common-year coin. While many are worth face value, the elusive few displaying near-perfect strikes, dramatic mint errors, or untuned brilliance can command astonishing prices. Some examples, depending on grade and visual impact, have been known to reach values that surprise even seasoned numismatists. These are the kinds of coins that collectors label as life-changing finds, wallet-shaking rarities, and the small coin that could make you rich. Stories of pocket change discoverers stumbling upon rare dimes only fuel the excitement. Enthusiasts today chase after older American coins more aggressively than ever before, especially as stories circulate about rare USA coins reaching 6-figure or even 7-figure auction results. While not every 1983 D-dime can achieve such numbers, the highest quality survivors, those untouched by time and circulation, regularly spark bidding wars among collectors who know how unpredictable the coin market can be. These stories inspire everyday people to check their coins, search their drawers, and examine old jars of change with the hope of discovering a forgotten gem. What makes the 1983 D-Dime so fascinating is its blend of history, scarcity, and the element of surprise. Unlike commemorative issues or limited mint coins, this dime wasn't supposed to be rare. It wasn't minted for a special event, and it wasn't created in small numbers. Its value comes from survival, not production. Most were spent, worn down, or lost to time. This leaves only a microscopic fraction of flawless examples available today, creating the kind of accidental rarity collectors crave the most. As collectors dive deeper into American numismatics, they quickly learn that a coin's eye appeal can dramatically increase its worth. A 1983 D-dime with mirror-like surfaces, frosted details, deep luster, and untouched edges becomes a visual phenomenon. Under magnification, the grooves of Roosevelt's hair, the lettering of liberty, and the flame of the torch appear alive with detail. These breathtaking examples become the crown jewels of modern dime collections and are often stored in climate-controlled cases like priceless artifacts. The 1983 D-dime echoes a larger truth. Valuable old USA coins are everywhere, hiding in plain sight. Some of these coins truly can be worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, or in rare cases, millions of dollars. Stories of life-changing finds have become part of American coin collecting folklore. That's why collectors always say, don't spend rare coins, treasure them. Anyone holding a potentially rare dime, penny, or nickel is holding far more than metal. They're holding history, mystery, and possibly a fortune. That the 1983 D. Roosevelt dime holds an irresistible psychological appeal. Collectors love coins that were never meant to be rare because their value feels like a secret, something hidden beneath decades of circulation, waiting patiently for the right person to notice it. Every time someone discovers an untouched 1983 D dime in exceptional condition, it feels like uncovering a forgotten treasure sealed away by time itself. That sense of mystery elevates the coin far beyond its 10-cent face value, giving it a kind of legendary aura that newer coins simply cannot replicate. With every perfectly preserved example that surfaces, the fascination surrounding this coin only grows stronger. Another element that fuels demand for the 1983 D-dime is its unpredictable market behavior. Some years, collectors seem to overlook modern-era coins entirely. Other years, these same coins explode in popularity, with record prices igniting headlines and capturing the imagination of treasure hunters worldwide. The 1983 D-dime sits at the center of this storm. When news spreads that a high-grade example has fetched remarkable prices, collectors scramble to check their drawers, jars, and boxes of old change. Suddenly, a coin that once passed through countless hands becomes a potential jackpot, a life-changing discovery hiding in ordinary pockets. This volatility makes the dime one of the most exciting modern coins to hunt. Even seasoned numismatists admit that no one can fully predict which coins will become the next major sensation. Yet the 1983 D-dime consistently stands out because it blends history, symbolism, minting inconsistencies, and unexpected scarcity in a way few modern coins do. Its sharp details, iconic Roosevelt portrait, and powerful mottos give it an unmistakable visual strength. When encountered with flawless luster or rare mint errors, the coin seems to almost command respect, as though it carries a story far larger than its size. These traits combine to create the kind of coin that collectors chase for decades, hoping to add one perfect example to their collection. The 1983 D. Roosevelt dime represents the thrilling possibility that priceless things can appear in the most ordinary places. It reminds collectors that fortunes aren't always found in auctions, safes, or museums. Sometimes they hide in the change you've forgotten in your car, your pocket, or an old jar beneath your bed. That is why the coin has become a symbol of hope, curiosity, and the unstoppable excitement of the coin collecting world. With every new discovery, the legend grows, and so does the belief that one extraordinary dime could transform an ordinary day into an unforgettable moment of fortune. The 1983 D. Roosevelt dime has transcended its role as ordinary pocket change. It has become a symbol of hidden wealth, a reminder that the smallest coins can carry the biggest surprises, and a thrilling example of how everyday objects can gain extraordinary value over time. Whether you are a lifelong collector or a curious beginner, the hunt for rare USA coins, especially coins like the 1983 D-dime, remains one of the most exciting treasure hunts still alive today. Next up, in the 1982 D. Roosevelt dime has gained a reputation in collecting circles as one of those mysterious modern pieces that captures the imagination of treasure hunters. While millions were minted for everyday circulation, a tiny fraction of these coins developed characteristics that set them apart from the rest, sparking rumors, fascination, and intense curiosity. At the heart of this excitement is the bold and timeless portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, facing left as a strong reminder of America's resilience. Etched beside him, the powerful motto, "In God We Trust," and the unmistakable lettering "Liberty" create a renewed sense of patriotic grandeur that collectors find irresistible. On the obverse, the year 1982, D stands sharply below Roosevelt's chin, a detail that seems ordinary at first glance, but becomes electrifying once people learn that certain rare production anomalies from this era have skyrocketed in value. When an unsuspecting person discovers a 1982 D dime tucked inside old change jars, dusty drawers, or inherited boxes of coins, the possibility that it could be a life-altering treasure becomes an instant adrenaline rush. It is this unpredictability, this whisper of hidden fortune, that makes the 1982 D dime a legend among modern coin enthusiasts. Flipping the coin reveals the iconic trio that defines every Roosevelt dime: the olive branch, the torch, and the oak branch. Together, they symbolize peace, liberty, and victory, a combination that resonates deeply with collectors who cherish the meaning behind each symbol. Above them, the grand motto, "Hic pluribus unum," reminds viewers of America's unity and strength. Surrounding these images, the words "United States of America" and "One Dime" frame the design with authority, giving even the smallest coin in U.S. currency a powerful presence. The Denver Mint, signified by the letter D, was known for high-volume production, but it was also the birthplace of several unexpected varieties and minting quirks throughout the early 1980s. Some 1982 D dimes exhibit sharp strikes, unusual finishes, minor die errors, or subtle imperfections that can drastically increase their desirability. Collectors hunt for these details with relentless passion, knowing that a single dime with the right characteristics could be valued far beyond its tiny face value. Part of what elevates the 1982 D dime into numismatic folklore is the rumor that certain uncirculated examples, especially those preserved straight from mint-sealed bags, can command extraordinary prices among specialized collectors. These coins, untouched by circulation and free from the wear that dulls their luster, stand as near-perfect time capsules from the early 80s. Their gleaming surfaces, razor-sharp edges, and untouched details make them feel like tiny artifacts suspended in time. But the allure of the 1982 D dime goes far beyond its appearance. It taps into the powerful trend of everyday Americans discovering rare U.S. coins worth staggering amounts, a modern gold rush hiding in plain sight. Across the country, stories circulate of people finding valuable dimes, nickels, pennies, and quarters sitting quietly in their pocket change. Each new discovery fuels the belief that you might be holding a fortune without even realizing it. This emotional connection, hope, excitement, possibility, is what transforms the 1982 D dime into a symbol of chance and opportunity. Collectors also love the deep historical energy of Roosevelt's portrait. His presence on the coin is more than artwork. It is a tribute to a leader who guided the nation through some of its darkest and most challenging years. When people hold a Roosevelt dime, especially a rare one like the 1982 D, they feel connected to the past, to the struggles and victories that shaped the United States. That sense of heritage adds an emotional weight that makes rare versions of this coin even more valuable. The idea that some USA coins, especially vintage, mis-minted, or bicentennial-related varieties, could be worth thousands or even millions drives collectors into an almost treasure hunter mentality. They inspect every date, mint mark, and tiny detail under magnification, hoping to spot the hallmark of rarity. The 1982 D dime fits perfectly into this mindset, because it belongs to an era known for unusual mint behaviors, making it a prime target for those chasing life-changing discoveries. Many people underestimate coins from the 1980s, but seasoned collectors know that the market for modern rarities has exploded in recent years. As demand grows and supply shrinks, especially for well-preserved or era variety pieces, the value of dimes like the 1982 D climbs sharply. What was once considered common pocket change is now being re-examined with new eyes, and the excitement only grows as more people wake up to the reality of hidden fortunes buried in everyday coins. That the 1982 D dime even more fascinating is the way it blends mystery with accessibility. Anyone, from a seasoned collector to someone casually sorting through old pocket change, can stumble upon one. This unpredictable nature fuels a powerful sense of adventure. Every time someone flips over a dime to check its date, there is a spark of curiosity. Could this be the one? It is that thrilling uncertainty that transforms ordinary coin hunting into a treasure quest, making the 1982 D-Dime a star in the world of hidden riches. As coin values continue rising across global markets, small denomination coins like the Roosevelt Dime are receiving more attention than ever before. Collectors worldwide are re-evaluating coins from the 1970s and 1980s, recognizing that many varieties were overlooked for decades. The 1982 D-Dime benefits enormously from this renewed interest. Its subtle variations, scarce mint-condition survivors, and potential error types make it a coin that experts now watch closely. The more rare examples disappear into private collections, the higher their potential worth climbs, making each remaining piece even more desirable. This coin's lasting appeal also lies in how strongly it represents American identity. The torch, olive branch, and oak branch do more than decorate the coin. They form a miniature monument to the values that define the nation: peace, liberty, strength, unity, and resilience. Holding a 1982 D-Dime is like holding a pocket-sized piece of American spirit. When collectors find one with exceptional details, shining luster, or rare minting characteristics, it becomes more than a collectible. It becomes a symbol of the history and ideals that shaped the country. And finally, the 1982 D-Dime carries with it a promise that keeps coin enthusiasts endlessly inspired. The promise that incredible wealth can hide in the smallest places. A coin weighing just a few grams, small enough to slip between couch cushions or lie forgotten in an ashtray, could be worth more than entire collections. This possibility keeps people searching, keeps collectors hopeful, and keeps the legend of the 1982 D-Dime alive. In a world where fortunes can change in a heartbeat, this tiny coin stands as a thrilling reminder that you never know where your next big discovery might be hiding. The deeper collectors dive into the world of rare U.S. coins, the more they realize that coins like the 1982 D-Dime are not just monetary objects. They are hidden chapters of American history preserved in metal. Every strike, every line, every tiny imperfection tells a story about the minting process of its era. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint went through several significant production adjustments, creating opportunities for unusual die varieties and striking inconsistencies. These tiny quirks, invisible to the untrained eye, are exactly what can transform a simple dime into a $1,000 gem. It is this blend of history, mystery, and potential wealth that makes coin collectors treat every 1982 D-Dime like a clue waiting to be decoded. Even more captivating is the emotional rush that comes from uncovering one of these coins in the most unexpected places. The 1982 D. Roosevelt Dime stands as a powerful reminder that the smallest objects can hold unimaginable worth. Your loose change, your old coin jars, your inherited boxes, all of them could be hiding treasures that turn ordinary people into overnight success stories. And that is why collectors insist: don't spend your old USA coins without checking them carefully. Rare bicentennial era and modern era coins alike have changed lives before, and they could do the same for you.